In a world that never slows down, the most beautiful moments often happen in silence. Love does not always need grand gestures. Sometimes it appears in the smallest actions: a gentle touch, a soft nuzzle, a tiny life leaning closer for comfort. There are bonds that don't rely on words, only on trust and warmth. When kindness is given freely, it often comes back even stronger. Get ready to witness heart-touching and adorable moments where animals respond to human affection with love of their own. On a freezing patch of snow, a tiny puppy sits alone, shivering from the cold. Its small body trembles as it searches for a warmer place, but there is nowhere to go. A boy notices the helpless little life. Without hesitation, he gently picks the puppy up and takes it home. He places it carefully on a soft blue towel, creating a safe and warm space. With slow, comforting strokes, he even checks its heartbeat, making sure it is okay. To wash away the cold and dirt, he fills a red tub with warm water and gently bathes the puppy. He cleans it carefully, making sure every part of its tiny body is fresh and comfortable again. After the bath, he wraps the puppy in the blue towel and dries it softly with a dryer, bringing warmth back into its fragile body. Soon the boy sits down with the puppy resting in his lap, wrapped in yellow cloth for extra warmth. He strokes its head gently, reassuring it that it is safe now. From a pink bowl, he feeds it patiently, watching as the puppy slowly regains its strength. Then he ties a small toy to a stick and playfully moves it in front of the puppy. The little one looks up with curious eyes and tries to catch it. Sometimes, the most powerful acts of kindness happen in the most unexpected places. On an ordinary roadside, a small moment of compassion can turn into something unforgettable. By the edge of the road, a young girl notices a deer standing alone. It looks calm yet distant, as if carrying the quiet weight of survival. Instead of walking past, she chooses to stop. With gentle steps, she moves closer, careful not to scare it away. Slowly, she places 2 apples on the ground, a simple gift offered with a pure heart. Then she takes a small bowl filled with food and holds it steadily in her hands, lowering it toward the deer. For a brief second, everything is silent, just trust being built without words. The deer leans forward and begins to eat. The girl keeps the bowl in her hands, patient and still, watching with soft eyes. After a moment, she places the bowl down gently and reaches out her hand. With tenderness, she strokes the deer's head, her touch light and reassuring. She brings the bowl a little closer again, and the deer continues eating peacefully. If you think feeding animals is just about placing food on the ground, wait until you see how love makes sure no one is left behind. Sometimes kindness is not in the food itself, but in the way it is shared. The moment the boy appears, all the puppies come running toward him. Their tiny paws move quickly, their tails wagging with excitement. They gather around him as if he is their whole world. He brings food and gently spreads a sheet on the ground. Carefully, he places the meal in the center and lowers it between them. The puppies immediately begin eating, their small bodies pressed close together. But then the boy notices something. One little puppy is standing a bit far away, unable to reach the food properly. He does not call it loudly. He does not push the others away. Instead, he gently pulls the sheet closer to the small one, bringing the food within its reach. And just like that, the tiny puppy steps forward and begins eating too. Sometimes life places the most helpless souls in the coldest situations, waiting for someone to notice them, to care for them, and to give them a second chance at life. On a wet and lonely road, a tiny white puppy stands shivering in the rain. Its small body trembles from the cold as it struggles to survive alone. A girl notices the puppy and immediately walks toward it without hesitation. She gently lifts it in her arms and takes it home, choosing compassion over indifference. At home, she carefully cleans the puppy with a warm shower, washing away the dirt and cold. After drying it softly, she wraps it in a yellow towel, protecting it with warmth and comfort. She plays gently with it, trying to calm its fear and make it feel safe. Later, she takes the puppy for proper care. She checks its eyes carefully, listens to its heartbeat, and makes sure it is healthy. With patience and responsibility, she gives it medicine using a syringe so it can recover and grow stronger. Back home, the puppy sits peacefully on a gray sofa. The girl gently strokes its head while it eats from a bowl placed in front of it. After it finishes, she wipes its mouth softly with tissue and holds its tiny paws in her hands. The puppy playfully tries to hold her hand with its mouth, showing trust, comfort, and connection. Now it rests safely on the yellow and gray sofa, no longer alone, no longer scared because someone chose kindness and became its protection. Kindness begins with small actions that make a big difference. This young boy prepares food for a group of hungry puppies, carefully pouring milk into a blue bowl and mixing it with soft bread inside a clay bowl. He places the meal gently on the ground, making sure it is accessible for all of them. The puppies quickly gather around and start eating eagerly. Their tiny tails wag as they enjoy the warm meal, finally feeling satisfied and cared for. The boy watches quietly, making sure every puppy gets a chance to eat. He notices one small puppy sitting a little farther away, unable to to reach the food properly. Instead of ignoring it, he walks toward it, gently moves it slightly aside to create space, and carefully lifts the tiny puppy in his hands. He brings it closer to the bowl and places it near the food so it can eat comfortably with the others. The small puppy immediately starts eating, feeling safe and included. And his animal friends. Sometimes the most beautiful bonds are formed through playful moments and innocent connection. In the laughter of a child and the curiosity of a pet, true friendship quietly grows. This little boy is crawling slowly on the floor, moving forward with soft and playful energy. Behind him, the cat gently grabs the back of his clothes with its front paws and holds on tightly. As he moves ahead, the cat happily gets dragged along, refusing to let go. The boy tries to stand up and walk away, but the cat still keeps its grip. It follows him closely, holding onto his clothes as if it never wants to lose contact. Smiling, the boy picks up his toy and continues walking toward the sofa. The cat remains attached playfully, moving with him step by step. Finally, he reaches the sofa and sits down with a joyful smile. Even then, the cat stays close, still holding on to him, showing comfort, trust, and strong attachment. In that simple, playful moment, love is expressed without words, creating a bond that feels natural and pure. Sometimes the purest form of love is seen in small acts of care. A gentle touch and a little support can give someone the strength to stand again. This little girl is sitting beside a baby goat, softly stroking its back with deep affection. The baby goat looks weak and tired, resting quietly near her. She continues to gently move her hand over its body, comforting it with warmth and kindness. After a few moments, the baby goat tries to stand up. Because of weakness, it struggles and can barely lift itself. Seeing this, the girl immediately supports it with both hands. Carefully and patiently, she helps the little goat stand on its feet. With slow and shaky steps, the baby goat begins to walk. The girl keeps her hand on its back, making sure it doesn't fall again. She then lovingly points toward its mother, encouraging it to move in that direction. Slowly but bravely, the baby goat walks toward its mother. The girl watches with a soft smile, proud and happy.